All right, so today we're diving deep into some excerpts you sent my way.
Okay.
From Shades of Redemption and Romance.
Sounds intriguing.
It is. It's a novel set in the Harry Potter universe about 2 years after the Second Wizarding War. And we're focusing on this interesting dynamic between Hermione Granger and Draco Malfoy. So,
unlikely pair.
Very unlikely. Hogwarts is still rebuilding, but it seems like the war's echoes linger. And so this whole story explores their story about redemption and forgiveness and second chances, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's fascinating, especially given their history, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like exploring a relationship coming from such a fractured past.
Yeah.
Really makes you think about whether people can really change.
Right.
And how we deal with forgiveness.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Can you really forgive someone who's done some bad
Yeah,
things?
it's so personal, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Because it's not just like a political debate or something. It's like these people, they were in the thick of it.
Yeah.
And so it seems like the novel really digs into that. There are excerpts describing Hermione kind of wrestling with her feelings about Draco.
Lisa.
Yeah, she's obviously really wary of him.
Of course, yeah.
But there's these hints of curiosity that I thought were really interesting. Like she sees something different in him now.
Oh, interesting.
But she's not quite sure what to do with that, you know?
Right, right.
And that's mirrored in how Draco is portrayed, too. He's described as almost fragile.
Oh, wow.
Which is so different from the
from the
arrogance,
that we associate with him.
Yeah, for sure.
From the original books and
right
from that time,
movies even.
Exactly.
And these excerpts suggest that he has like a deep sense of remorse, which hints that he's really spent the last 2 years thinking about his actions.
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, and one thing that really stood out to me was this phoenix imagery that the author uses.
Oh, interesting. How so?
There's this one scene where Draco's taking care of this phoenix that was injured in the war.
Got it.
And I don't know, it felt really symbolic.
I mean, it makes sense. The phoenix rising from ashes, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's a powerful image, of rebirth and transformation.
For sure.
Like, it really makes you think, you know?
Yeah.
If a creature that's literally on fire can be reborn,
right?
Is it possible for someone like Draco to find redemption?
Right. Like, is that possible?
Yeah.
And it seems like the novel really is wrestling with that question. The excerpts also mention all this strange stuff happening at Hogwarts, like the enchanted armors going crazy, ghostly whispers, portraits moving around.
Oh, wow.
It almost sounds like Hogwarts itself is haunted by the war.
Yeah, like a lingering presence.
Like it can't quite let go either.
Yeah, and who better to investigate all that than Hermione and Draco? Right.
Right. It's quite the task.
That's
and McGonagall's given them, forcing them to work together.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Creates this automatic tension.
Right from the start.
Yeah, especially given everything.
Yeah. Their early interactions are described as very guarded. They're holding back. Like they're afraid to reveal too much to each other.
Understandable with their history.
Totally understandable. Yeah. But as they dig into this investigation, it seems like their unique skills start to complement each other, which is interesting.
Okay.
You know?
Like, how so?
Hermione's got the knowledge of ancient runes, and Draco understands magical history really well. And so those two things together become really important for uncovering this mystery, right?
It's centered around some cursed artifact from Voldemort's time.
Makes sense.
So they're working towards this common goal. But it makes you wonder, can they really get past all their animosity?
Yeah, that's a big question, right?
The big question.
Like, the task might bring them together.
Yeah.
But
is that enough?
But is it enough? Exactly.
There was this one quote from Draco that really stuck with me. He says, I never imagined that my past would follow me into every corner of my future.
Oh, wow.
And that's heavy.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Does that mean he regrets it?
I think it's more than regret. There's this sense of, like, resignation.
Yeah.
Like, he can't escape.
Can't escape the consequences.
The consequences of what he's done. But it also seems like there's this desire in that quote, like a longing to break free.
To break free, yeah.
From his past.
From the shadow of it?
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, does he see this investigation, this forced partnership, as a chance to
prove himself?
Yeah, or even atone for it.
Yeah.
Like, Could this be his redemption arc?
And then there's this flashback to that night at Malfoy Manor.
Oh, right.
Which is... that
was a pivotal
moment for everyone.
Well, everyone involved.
Yeah. And for him specifically.
It's like a turning point for him.
Oh, how so?
Well, this is where we see him actually witnessing the brutality of the Death Eaters.
Okay.
And it's like, it shatters
the illusion.
The illusion of whatever they were claiming to be about. Like, it wasn't about glory.
Right, or power, really.
No, it was about hurting people.
Yeah.
So that experience seems to be the start of his transformation.
Okay.
The moment he realizes that he was on the wrong side.
On the wrong side of history and morality.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then their investigation ends up taking them to
where?
The Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, wow.
Which, a place with its own dark history.
Right, steeped in it.
Yeah, it almost becomes more than just location in this context.
Yeah, what do you mean?
It's like this symbol of the hidden depths, both within Hogwarts
and within
our characters.
Right.
It's like it represents all the secrets,
the
fears, those parts of themselves they'd rather hide, that they don't want to face.
And to make it even more intense.
Oh, what happens?
They get trapped down there during this huge thunderstorm.
Oh, no.
It feels so deliberate, like the novel's using this to force them to confront.
To confront, yeah.
Not just the physical danger, but their emotional baggage, too.
Exactly.
It's like a pressure cooker where they can't escape each other.
And they can't escape their pasts.
Or their pasts, exactly.
It's all coming to a head.
Hermione says this thing.
What's that?
It's like, sometimes we're forced to face the parts of ourselves we'd rather hide.
Ooh, that's good.
It's so true.
Yeah, it's like she's speaking to both of them. To herself and...
To Draco, acknowledging that they both have secrets.
Regrets.
Vulnerabilities that they've been trying to bury.
Try to keep hidden.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's in that shared vulnerability, this forced intimacy of being trapped together, that their walls start to come down.
And what does Draco say to that?
Oh, he says this interesting thing.
Yeah.
He talks about how he spent years trying to bury his past.
Right.
But that real redemption, it requires facing that pain and being honest about who he was.
And who he wants to be.
Yeah.
It's about acknowledging the past, but also looking towards the future.
Exactly.
And who you want to become.
So the Chamber of Secrets isn't just a setting. It's like
this catalyst.
This catalyst for their emotional journeys.
Yeah.
It's where they start to
shed their masks.
Yeah.
To be real with each other.
To be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, to reveal their true selves. And as they do, their relationship starts to change, too.
In what way?
Well, it's not just about the investigation anymore.
Right.
Or their shared history.
Okay.
It's about two people who are really struggling to come to terms with their past.
Yeah, to make peace with it.
Yeah.
And find a way to move on together, maybe.
Well, the excerpts suggest that things start to change outside of the investigation, too.
Oh, interesting.
It's like they start spending more time together.
Just the two of them?
Yeah, they're researching, talking to professors, even just walking around Hogwarts. It's like they're finding common ground.
Beyond the mystery.
Beyond the mystery, exactly.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, and this is where those shared vulnerabilities really come into play.
Okay, how so?
Draco starts opening up about his past.
Oh, wow.
Little by little.
Yeah.
Sharing these fragmented memories that reveal his guilt and his desire to make amends.
So he's not just saying he's sorry.
He's trying to show it.
He's trying to actually change.
Yeah, like we see him engaging in these small acts of kindness.
Oh,
almost like he's atoning for his past.
That's really interesting.
It is
to see that shift.
Yeah, and Hermione isn't just sitting back and watching all of this.
Right.
She's got her own internal conflict going on. On one hand, she's all about justice, right? Like she's always
That's Hermione.
That's Hermione.
Yeah.
But she's also being challenged to think about forgiveness,
right?
Which is a really tough thing.
It's a big ask.
It is.
Especially given everything.
Yeah.
Can she reconcile those two things?
That's the question.
Her belief in justice.
Yeah, and offering Draco second chance.
It's a tough question, and I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to, right?
Like, oh, yeah.
Like
very human.
Make mistakes. We all have those moments where we're like, how do I balance
accountability?
Yeah, accountability with compassion.
Right.
It's a tough one.
And it seems like the novel is exploring this really deliberately.
From both sides.
From both sides, yeah.
We see Draco's past.
Yeah.
His struggle with his family, with his own actions.
And Hermione.
And then we see Hermione.
Wrestling with
the fact that maybe, just maybe, people can change.
Even after doing terrible things.
Right.
And they're not alone in this.
Oh, who else is there?
Professor McGonagall and nearly headless Nick.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They offer some guidance.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Representing different
approach.
The book's whole idea of redemption.
Redemption, yeah.
McGonagall's got this steadfast commitment to justice.
Right.
And nearly headless Nick, well...
He's got a different perspective.
Being,
Meaning a ghost.
A ghost.
Yeah.
He encourages...
empathy and understanding.
A more nuanced view.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's interesting to have those two...
They're both
different voices.
Mentors, in a way.
Yeah, mentors, guides.
Yeah.
Through this whole process.
It shows that there are many paths...
To healing. Yeah.
And that sometimes you need help from people who have...
Been there. Been through similar things.
Exactly.
It's not something you always have to do alone.
It's not a solo journey.
Right.
But it's not all quiet introspection and deep conversation.
Oh, what else happens?
They also face a lot of prejudice.
Okay.
Especially from other students. Even some alumni.
That makes sense.
It's like this harsh reminder that the war might be over. But
the scars run deep.
Yeah. It really does acknowledge that... Societal change.
Doesn't happen overnight.
It's a process. Yeah.
And even if someone like Draco wants to change...
Yeah.
Other people might not be ready to accept that.
They might be holding on to those grudges.
Yeah.
Those old hurts.
And biases.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's understandable, but it's also...
It's tough.
Yeah.
It all comes to a head during this dinner in the Great Hall.
Oh, okay.
There's this wave of disapproval towards them. Whispers, stares,
Like they're being judged for
being together.
For who they are, yeah.
For who they are.
For trying to change.
And it really highlights just how deep those biases run.
In the wizarding community.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, even at
Hogwarts.
Supposedly united place.
The supposedly accepting place.
There's still...
work to be done.
So much work to be done. And this is where Hermione really shines.
What does she do?
She doesn't back down at all.
Good for her.
Yeah. She gives this incredible speech.
About
second chances. The capacity for growth.
That everyone has. Yeah.
And it's really powerful.
It's significant that she does that too.
Why?
In such a public way.
Right.
She's not just defending Draco.
Right. It's challenging.
Yeah, she's challenging the whole community. To think about their own biases. And to consider forgiveness.
And Draco, inspired by her, I guess, adds his own voice to the conversation.
Okay, what does he say?
He says, "I am not defined by my past. I choose to be defined by my actions today."
Wow.
It's a really powerful statement.
It's powerful because it's about agency.
Right.
He's not ignoring his past.
Yeah.
He's owning it, but he's also saying, I'm not going to let it control me.
He's taking control.
Yeah, he's choosing
of his own narrative.
To be different.
Yeah.
I love that.
And their words together, they really seem to have an impact on the room.
Like how so?
It's like a shift occurs. People start looking inward.
Introspection.
Yeah. And maybe considering the possibility of a future where they can all be more inclusive.
Where they can all be better.
Yeah.
It's a powerful scene.
It is.
It shows how just individual voices can
challenge the status quo and inspire change.
Exactly. That even when
it seems impossible.
Yeah. When those biases seem so ingrained.
Yeah.
There's always
hope.
Hope for progress, for a future.
For a future where compassion wins.
So
eventually, all the magical disturbances at Hogwarts get resolved.
Oh, good.
Turns out they were connected to this cursed artifact from Voldemort.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't just...
It was all tied to... It was tied to...
That dark and
unresolved trauma.
Yeah. And by facing their own pasts. Yeah.
And challenging those prejudices.
They kind of...
Hermione and Draco...
inadvertently healed.
Healed not just themselves.
Yeah.
But Hogwarts, too.
But the environment around them?
It's really interesting. They don't just destroy the artifact.
What do they do?
They find a way to use its energy.
Okay.
Turn it into something good.
So they take something that was bad, negative. and turn it into
something positive.
Something positive.
Which is kind of like
their own journeys?
Their own journeys. Yeah.
No, I like that parallel.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's like they're taking their pain and using it to
heal.
To grow, to make amends.
It's a really powerful message
about
the potential for healing and renewal.
Both within ourselves and in the world around us.
And as they change, the way people see them starts to change too. They're not just
unlikely pair.
An unlikely pair, yeah.
They become symbols of redemption.
Of everything the novel's about. Second chances, forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
Yeah.
There's this scene.
Yeah.
They're by the lake.
Okay.
Sun's rising over Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And they're talking about their hopes for the future. It's clear they've fallen in love.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful image of hope, renewal.
Yeah.
It's like they've found peace and strength in each other.
And they're looking to the future together.
Yeah, they want to build a better future.
For everyone.
For everyone.
Not just themselves.
Not just themselves. They talk about starting this new initiative at Hogwarts.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's meant to help young witches and wizards from all backgrounds.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they want to provide refuge,
support,
education. It's like they're taking all their experiences and using them to make a real difference.
To create positive change.
Yeah.
It's inspiring.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Their love story, it's like this symbol of hope.
Hope, yeah.
And a brighter future.
Wow, it's like
born from the ashes of war and prejudice.
And it shows that love can
heal.
And bridge those divides.
Yeah.
It's a powerful message.
It is.
It's a beautiful thing.
And in the epilogue, we find out that their story becomes like a legend at Hogwarts.
Oh, wow.
Passed down through generations.
That's amazing.
Yeah, reminding everyone of the power of forgiveness.
And love. It's a really beautiful ending to a story that explores
such complex themes.
Yeah.
It leaves you with this feeling of hope and belief in a better future.
That even after all that darkness, there's still
light.
Yeah.
And the potential for
good,
for healing.
Yeah.
For love.
It's really lovely. It's a beautiful story.
It is.
I love how it explores these really complex and challenging themes.
Yeah.
But it leaves you feeling hopeful.
It does.
It's not just...
It doesn't shy away from the hard stuff.
No.
But it doesn't leave you.
But it reminds you that there's still good in the world.
There's still good.
And that it's worth fighting for.
It's worth fighting for, yeah.
It's worth striving for.
It's a good reminder.
It is, yeah. Their story really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
About how narratives can tackle these real-world issues.
Yeah, like using fiction to explore redemption, second chances. It lets us connect with those ideas.
On a deeper level, emotionally.
Yeah, without
all the baggage.
Baggage, exactly.
And this whole enemies to lovers thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's a classic for a reason.
It is. It's so compelling.
There's just something.
Watching two people who hated each other find love.
It's
like, can they really
overcome all of that?
And especially with Hermione and Draco.
Oh, yeah, because we
know them.
We have that history.
Yeah.
From the books.
From the books, the movies. And now this whole other layer.
This unexpected connection.
Their personalities are so different.
Oh, completely.
Hermione's so principled.
Always fighting for what's right.
And Draco trying to escape his family's
legacy. It's a recipe for drama.
Definitely.
And good storytelling.
And the fact that they both experienced the war.
But on opposite sides.
Yeah, adds another layer.
That shared trauma.
But also that division.
It's interesting, right?
It's really interesting.
They both have those scars.
Visible and invisible.
Exactly.
And that shared pain, maybe it's
a foundation for
empathy.
For empathy, yeah.
It lets them see past the labels.
The prejudices.
All the things that define their relationship before.
Right, they can finally see
the person
underneath.
And the novel really goes deep into their emotional journeys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we see them wrestling with guilt, regret.
That desire for a better future.
Which is something we can all relate to, right?
Absolutely. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
We all have regrets.
That longing to fix things.
It makes their struggles feel
real,
relatable.
And it reminds us that change is possible.
For everyone.
Even those who have
caused harm.
Yeah.
They can still strive for
redemption. Which feels so important.
Especially now.
With
so much conflict and division.
It's easy to get lost in the negativity.
Right.
But stories like this,
they offer hope.
Yeah. That even in dark times,
love and forgiveness
can make a difference.
They can transform people.
And influence the world.
It's a powerful message.
It is.
It reminds us of
our shared humanity.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's get real.
Okay.
Hermione and Draco face some serious challenges.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Those excerpts talked about
the prejudices, the social stigma.
It's like the war is over. But those wounds.
They haven't healed.
Like that dinner scene.
In the Great Hall.
So much tension.
It was rough.
It shows that change takes time.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight.
And even in a community like Hogwarts,
right,
there are people holding on to
biases.
They're not ready to let go.
And it's not just external challenges. Right?
Yeah, they have their own
internal
battles. Hermione struggling with
forgiveness.
Yeah, can she really forgive someone
who did such terrible things?
And Draco.
Yeah.
He's drowning in guilt.
Afraid he can never atone.
It adds this layer of complexity and authenticity
to their relationship.
It makes it feel real.
Healing.
Healing. You're not easy. Forgiveness isn't just snapping your fingers.
Right. It takes work.
It takes a willingness to
face the pain.
Yeah.
To embrace change.
And self-forgiveness.
That's important too.
Yeah.
They both have to
come to terms with their mistakes
before they can truly move on.
So how does the novel deal with all this?
Well, it seems like communication is key. They have these open, honest about their past.
Their fears.
Their hopes.
They're not avoiding the tough stuff.
No, they're facing it head on together.
And that vulnerability
creates space for intimacy.
They're letting each other see
their flaws,
their insecurities.
All of it.
It's like they're saying true connection requires authenticity. Yeah.
Being real.
Showing your true self.
Imperfections and all.
And all the things they've been through.
Yeah.
Create this bond between them.
And that goes beyond their differences.
Exactly.
They find strength in each other.
And their love becomes this testament
to the power of connection.
It shows that even when things are tough,
love can slow.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Their story is a beacon of hope.
Reminding us that we're all human.
We're all capable of reconciliating.
Even in the toughest situations.
That idea of reimagining the future, it really stuck with me.
Yeah.
It's not just about, like, fixing the past. You know?
No, it's about creating something better.
It's about building something better.
From the ashes.
From the ashes, exactly. And it seems like everything they go through, their individual journeys, their relationship.
It all feeds into that.
It all feeds into this bigger ambition to create
a more just world.
Yeah, a more just wizarding world.
It's like their story becomes this allegory.
Okay.
For healing.
Societal healing.
Yeah, it suggests
by confronting the past, by choosing empathy, working towards real change.
We can actually create
a better future.
A better future.
For everyone.
Yeah, for everyone.
It's a message of hope.
Especially after all that
darkness.
Darkness.
That they went through.
It shows that even in the darkest of times, there's still potential for
growth.
Growth, for good.
And their story goes beyond just the fictional, right?
Absolutely. It speaks
to all of it.
Our capacity for
change,
for forgiveness, for creating a better world.
So as we wrap up, what would you say is the biggest takeaway from
Shades of
Redemption and Romance?
I think it's that change is possible.
Okay.
Individually and collectively.
We can choose to be better.
Even with all the prejudices.
The pain of the past.
Yeah.
Healing
and reconciliation. They're possible.
And passion.
And challenge the way things are.
The status quo.
Yeah.
That's beautifully put.
Thank you.
Their story really is this beacon of hope.
Reminding us that even amidst darkness, love and forgiveness
can transform us.
And the world around us.
So to our listener out there, as you go about your day,
think about
the power of
redemption, second chances.
How can you
contribute
to a more just and compassionate world?
Yeah, even in small ways.
Every act of kindness.
Every step towards understanding.
It matters.
It can make a difference.
It creates a ripple effect.
Maybe like Hermione and Draco.
Yeah.
You'll find that healing and reconciliation.
They're not only possible.
They're possible.
But they're incredibly rewarding.
Leading to a brighter
tomorrow.
Filled with hope.
And love.
And
that's it for this deep dive.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening, everyone.